What is one song that you define 2010? One song that stands out to you.
What is 2010? That is like
From 2010 to 20... Actually, let's say 2010 to 2015. That period. What is one song that defines that period?
Wait, what year? What year?
Pop song. Let's say a pop song. 2010 to 2015. One song. You can only pick one. One song.
The first one that comes to mind, I think it's Eminem and someone else.
Oh.
Just the Way You Lie, bro.
Oh,
what you know
Rihanna?
about that, bro?
Rihanna.
Yo, that's all that's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
The whole 5th, 6th, 7th grade, bro.
Man, that's true. That's true. If I were to pick one pop song, it has to be Kesha, Die Young.
Oh my god.
Oh, Avicii too. I think Avicii.
I feel like every time I opened up 92.3 now, I would hear that, bro.
Yeah, that song
Kesha?
was classic.
What, like Katy Perry or something?
Katy Perry and Kesha was classic. It's
What?
always the girly pop.
Man.
We're gonna look back in 2025 like, yo, remember Sabrina Carpenter with that song? Just wanna taste you, and I can
Bro.
say you. Yo, we're gonna look back like Sabrina Carpenter. It's like that was 2045.
Bro, these were the days where I had to plug in my iPod. Not iPhone, not no whatever thing you got. This is YouTube to MP3 to iTunes to get into my iPod, bro.
Damn, you got like a 4-step process.
Just to download the song. And mind you,
that's true.
if that song only has a music video on YouTube, you about to hear the behind the scenes in the video too.
Skip. All right, song.
Yo, you be on the train, first time listening to the song, you're like, why is it? Wait, what is this?
You gotta skip a whole minute to get to the song.
Deadass.
I remember I had to do the same thing. Yeah.
Good
YouTube to MP3 was goated. YouTube to MP3. Man.
Yo, these kids don't even know about that, bro.
2010, yeah, 2010. Oh my God, it's interesting times. But if you think about all the kids that grew up around that time, like not when you're in college, but the kids that grew up around that time.
This was the North Face book bag days.
Yeah, we're all grown ups now. We're all adults at this point.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see like we're now going through a transition period of going from school to now working in, what they call the real world. How crazy is that, right? Like we're like, at least for some people, it's a couple years in the workforce, or even like 5 to 6 years in the workforce. And it's kind of crazy to see how that changes, because Gen Z is literally the next generation of people that's going to be hopefully running this country, right? It's all like to provide the growth or to fuel the economy for this country, and to see that like this is our generation.
Yo.
Isn't that kind of scary? Ever occurred to you like isn't that kind of scary?
Yo, it hasn't even hit me that I'm a grown ass adult, bro.
Yo, like think about it like this: like in the next 20 to 30 years, Gen Zs will be in our generation. Gen Zs either will be in politics. Some of them will be in politics. Gen Z, some of them will be in the tech, like healthcare, everywhere, right? So the next generation of, I guess, innovation or like leadership will come out of Gen Z. Isn't that kind of scary?
That's crazy.
Isn't that kind of, we're still trying to figure out our generation, goofy ass, our generation. Isn't that kind of scary to you? Like we're gonna be the one that's gonna be leading the front line of this whole economy.
That's crazy.
In the next 20 years.
No, that's wild.
Because millennials, yes, they're gonna be around, but they're gonna be a little older, right? They're probably gonna be in a position where they're ready to like they're gonna be at the peak or the twilight of their career, because they're like in their 30s right now, 30s or 40s, right? So they're gonna be hitting their the twilight. So that's by default our next generation will be the one that's
even when I see millennials like walk around with their kids, it's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was buying a banh mi in Chinatown. Like, a family of 3 came in. I think it was like the mom and like 2 kids. I'm like, hold on, these kids are probably in like their teenage years.
Holy cow.
I'm like, shit, that's gonna be. I'm gonna be like one of those parents that gotta bring like a whole teenager around and stuff.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like in the next 5 to 10 years, our generation gonna have kids.
And they speak in English.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there ain't no Chinese.
Oh, yeah.
Like the kid, they know exactly what they want from the store.
Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, it's to go back into the idea is that we're now in a very interesting position because a lot of us are still trying to figure out what we want to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yes, we went to school. Yes, we studied, blah, blah, blah. But I think you talked about this earlier. It's like, yeah, do you really know what you want to do? Right?
What the concept I don't understand is, especially let's say you're an athlete, and like you just wanted to play pro ball as a grown up. You bust your entire childhood to try to make it to the big leagues. But then let's say you don't make it, or let's say you get injured. You can be grinding your entire life for that to not pan out the way that you want it, and you have to somehow pivot to something else.
True.
Like that's a concept I don't understand. What if you're grinding your entire life, and then you have to pivot, and that's the only thing that you knew your entire life. That's what scares me, because like even nowadays, like let's say you've been a PT for however many years, and you've been going to school for how many years for this, and the next thing you know, you pivot into a whole different other career or a whole different other path. You're like, wait, hold on. Am I even doing what I was meant to be doing, or like, do I even know what I'm doing right now?
You know, this is honestly such a common thing. You know, at least from my experience, is that PTs pivot a lot more than people think. You know, like let me ask you this: what do you think of when you think of a PT? Like, what do you picture a PT does? Like, can you picture what a PT do?
Like helping their patient.
Yeah, like what would the job look like? Like what would be what would they work? What would they be doing?
When I think of PT, I just think of them and then their patient, and then there's the stretching table.
Okay,
that's what I think of.
Yeah, literally that's like the what a PT is, right? That's what a PT. But PTs, you can work in a lot. I think goes for a lot of jobs. Like you can work in different fields as a PT.
Yeah.
With the degree, with the background, with the knowledge that you know.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's where the pivot comes from. You know, sometimes when you're treating patients for 5 to 10 years, like you start to reach a point where you're like, I think I'm reaching a limit here. It's time to pivot. It's time to pivot. So,
or maybe you come to realize like, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this for another 40 years.
Bro, it's draining on your body.
Because let's say you're like 25, and you're like, I'm gonna have to do this for until I'm 65.
You can milk a lot of money from seeing all these patients, right? You can do a lot of the, but if you want to do this till like you're 50, bro, your body's gonna feel it. Like you're like it is wearing the body. It is a lot of strain on the body.
Yeah.
I will say. So I think the pivot comes in like, or what the growth comes in when you get to a point where you're like, yeah, I think I'm reaching a limit here. It's time to look somewhere else, or like trying to get the promotion, blah blah blah. So,
because there are people that go back to school.
Yeah.
Even in like their 30s.
Yeah.
Even their 40s, like.
Yeah.
I actually view this as a good thing, like the pivoting, because like, yes, it can be kind of discouraging because like, damn, I've been busting my whole life for this, and then boom, I need to switch careers, or like, this is not the way that I wanted to. But the thing is, how I see it as a good thing is, that experience gives you a whole complete different perspective.
True.
Like for example, let's say that you're a PT right now, right? And then all of a sudden, boom, you're switched to being like a teacher or something.
Oh, honestly, you don't have to leave the profession completely. You can still be part of PT, but you just be doing other things, you know? Like you don't have to treat patients.
But there are a lot of experiences and characteristic traits that go hand in hand with all these different careers that you could be doing.
Like what?
For example, let's say you've been a PT for a few years, and then all of a sudden you're a PE teacher at a school.
True. Okay.
Like you have people skills. Like you know how to be able to lead people, manage people.
I've never seen a PT go into a gym teacher.
Oh, that's just an example.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Or let's say,
I see what you're saying.
Or let's say you're an accountant, and then all of a sudden you're like an engineer or something.
That's crazy. Go from accountant to engineer.
You know what I mean?
I've never seen that before.
But this engineer definitely hella organized.
Oh, true.
Like they definitely like someone that got their shit together. You know what I mean?
You know who you're talking to? You know what you're talking about right now that I just think of? John Summit.
He was an accountant.
He was an accountant. He used to work for the Big
That's
Four.
crazy.
He used to be in corporate.
That's crazy.
And then he quit after like 2-3 years.
Yo.
He was making music on the side.
Yo.
That's crazy. But I think the reason why I'm bringing up the whole like pivot career or pivot like different areas in the profession, it's like, yo, it's fine to not know what you're doing or what you want to do, you know, in the next 5 years, because yes, you got the degree, yes, you're working in the field that you are doing and you're doing the things that you're supposed to do or you know how to do, but that doesn't mean that you truly know what you want to do. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think what's really dope about this life is you get to wake up to a complete new 24 hours every single day. And yo, you have the decision, or you can make the decision of, yo, was I happy with yesterday? Was I happy with the day prior? Am I happy with the way that my life is going or not? If it is, you have a decision to make of if you want to continue that, or hey, if you want to pivot. And there's nothing wrong with pivoting at all. And it's just you growing, evolving, and becoming a better person. Like, yo, nothing changes about you. If your career is different, like you're still doing the best you could to be you.
That's true. Yeah, I think the best part about that is when you're young, you have time on your side. So whatever that you learned or whatever that I learned, it's still gonna apply to you when you go somewhere else. You know, like doesn't mean that you're gonna be stuck in this one place for forever, because like I think everyone always talks about, oh, I want more money, I want to make X amount because this job is not paying enough, or I want blah blah blah. But honestly, it's not even about the money. You want to know why?
Why?
Because people want growth. They value growth and they value opportunity. If there's no opportunity, there's no growth. You could be making $300,000 a year at the same job. You're still not gonna be happy.
Yo.
You know, because you're stuck in that spot for like I don't know how long.
Yo.
But if you're making like 100,000 or if you're making like 70,000, but you have opportunity to do things, to do more, and you have chance to do other projects, or you have to do like other things or new roles, like that's more you're gonna be able to find more value out of that job than, let's say, if you make like 300,000 and be doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over. Yeah. Not that it happens, but that's just what I think is valuable.
And we live in a society nowadays, in today's day and age, you can, like, there are kids doing wild things. You know what I mean? And I think after COVID really showed us that, like, whatever it is that you want to do in this life, you can go out there and make it happen.
True.
Like, you don't have to be doing exactly what society expects of you. And you can still somehow make it happen.
True. I think the biggest thing for me was like, yes, I went to PT school. I went to school for, you know, to learn how to do rehab and stuff. But I always knew I had a different way of thinking. I always knew that I never really fit in the traditional system of like, not the traditional system. I always knew that I had a different way of tackling the same problem. I don't feel like I was, you know, I always feel out of place. You know, I always feel like I was out of place.
What does that mean though?
It means that I always have other ideas, you know, to work around certain things. I was very innovative. I was very creative, you know, very creative, very innovative. And sometimes when you work in a very like structured career, you don't really see like yourself fit, you know, like, because PT is very rule based, it's very structured, right? I'm not saying like the career, I'm just saying like the profession, right? You see X condition, this is the signs and symptoms, like you map it out, and then this is how you go about treating this condition. Yes, you can get creative with the treatment, or you can get creative with the exercise. Yes, you can do all of that.
But there's almost kind of like a system that
it's a very systematic based approach to these kind of things. And what I was going through in PT school was, I feel like I wasn't the smartest, but that doesn't mean I wasn't the brightest. I feel like I was always creating different things, and I was trying to peek outside of the normal structured system and try to find ways to do other things that fulfills my need. You know, you see what I'm saying? Like that was what my struggle was. From PT school leading up to like the last year, even the last year, because in a PT clinic, in a PT environment, you have the overhead, you have the clinics, you have the PTs working in there, and you have a structure, right? You see patients, you submit your claims, insurance pays you. That was the structure, right? And I always see myself kind of like, wonder like, is that really what I want to see myself fit in the system? Because that's like forcing myself to be in a place in a box for like the rest of my career, right? And to be honest, I don't see that, and the more that I look at it now, and the more that I understand how my brain works, it's like I can't see myself fit in that system. You know what I mean? Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And the thing is, there's no right or wrong to any of it.
Yeah, so that's my crisis. It's like shit. This is the system, and this is me. What do I do? You know. So
the things I've been thinking about nowadays is like, bro, like, especially how fast things be changing.
OD, so fast.
Bro, your whole life can be different in 6 months from now. Mm-hmm. Let alone 5 years down the road.
Yeah.
Let alone 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
But I don't even know what's gonna happen in 2 weeks from now. In 2 weeks from now, next thing you know, life hits you with some other thing, and next thing you know, you're not even in New York City no more.
It's exactly like you never would have expected. You don't know what's coming. You don't know what's coming. Yeah.
But what my mom always be telling me, no matter where you are in your life, just do the best with what you got, and you good.
Isn't it like the way that I also see it's like it's almost kind of like a coincidence that you're born in this exact timeline, in this exact same place, at the exact same moment as not only the people that you interact with around you, but the career that you pick, the school that you go to, and the parents that you have. So like it's honestly, I'm not even gonna gaslight it. It's probability. It's all luck.
Yeah.
The chance of you being in this place, the chance of you existing at this exact same in the same year as all these people in the same city, in the same environment. Like there is part of the luck that comes in. Like obviously you don't choose any of that, but that's the situation that you're thrown. Yeah. So isn't that crazy?
That's wild. Another concept that I'm having a really hard trouble like conceptualizing is everything that you see nowadays.
Yeah.
Like despite the advancements and the new inventions and stuff, people from like 50 years ago, they're not any different. They were doing the same stuff. Like they still got to do the normal human things, like use the bathroom, shower, go to work, come home, cook your food. It's just that it's crazy to think because nowadays we have like 4K, we have all these different, and when you see videos and pictures from back then, it's like it looks mad old. But it's the same exact thing. They live in the same exact life. It's just a different way of life.
It's true, yeah. It's definitely a different way of life. Yeah. I mean, what do you notice that people today is different than from 50 to 70 years ago?
We definitely do not have that good of attention span.
That's true.
Like for example, when I broke my phone back in last summer, I didn't have my phone on me on the toilet that morning. It was kind of bad, bro.
Ooh.
Like I felt out of place without a phone and doom scrolling on the toilet.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true.
I think just our attention span is not the same as people from back then.
That's true. I agree. Yeah.
Our patience is not as strong as it was for people back then.
I will say though, people today are definitely smarter. Like, not smart. Definitely have more information than what an average person knows from back then.
True. Maybe too much information.
Too much, yeah, maybe too much information. But you
I don't know if
definitely,
that's a good or bad thing.
I feel like it could be a bad thing too.
It could be
because
a bad thing.
You're, because if you think about back then, you don't really have all these,
It's not like you open up TikTok and
instantaneous news
Yeah.
outlets.
Yeah.
It's always delayed. Oh, did you hear about the fire that happened in 2 days ago? Oh, did you hear about so and so? Like he was in he got engaged 2 months ago or like 2 weeks ago, like stuff like that. You get things like a little bit
Passed
at a
down.
time
Yeah.
and delayed, right?
Yeah.
So I think back then you have this natural curiosity to like ask more, talk to people. Oh, really? What happened? Or like, oh, really? Did you like you have a you feel like I feel like your ability to carry new information was so much more like I don't know how do I put this, so much more valuable because everyone like what you knew may not be someone that you talk to know or someone that knows what they know won't you're not gonna know. So
But in the dating world, it was probably better back then
yeah,
than now.
yeah,
Because you kind of have to be a little bit more intentional with it.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but today, like, bro, you see the news every day, and you see like
No, the thing is,
yeah.
the things that you see, it might not even be real. It can be some AI stuff, bro.
Oh, I mean that's another story. That's another story. But like, it's the idea that like everything is so instantaneous that you just get like bombarded with all these information,
Yeah.
and then like no wonder our attention span is so short.
Information overload,
Yeah, it's the information that we're getting on. I mean, it's not gonna change anytime soon. That's just gonna be the way that how we're gonna move. But who
Yeah.
knows how the future's gonna turn out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So for you watching this right now, maybe you're in your mid, even late 20s. Was there a moment where, hey, you had to pivot, maybe in terms of your career, maybe in terms of your life circumstances, whatever the case may be? Or maybe do you even see yourself having to make a pivot, like anytime in the near future? Maybe you've been thinking about it, maybe you're expecting it to come up. Let us know in the comment section below.